Um, find out where the east is. Okay, so the east is that way. All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rechak Kodash. Shalom. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone for teaching me this truth. It's your brother Rabbi Nab coming out with a lesson. Lord's will is edifying. All right. I was watching the news and Donald Duck got this big ass fucking Qatar gifted him this big ass $400 million plane, man. Okay, you know, that's just crazy, man. Not really. You expect things like that with a wicked king, but if you got a king that's acceptable, that's susceptible to taking bribes, man, that's not somebody you really can trust, in my opinion, man. Imagine you were ruling, someone had your best interests, and he's taking foreign gifts from these different strangers ahead of the time he's going over there. Right now, he's over there in Saudi Arabia, and then he's gonna take a trip to UAE, and these are rich people, so what they're trying to do is they offering him gifts because they know he's the damn devil, man, so they better offer him gifts up front, so maybe he won't extend that war from Yemen and come up into Qatar, man. All right, so they offer him gifts like that. And the MAGA people who vote for them, they don't like that, man. Okay, because first of all, you just accepted a gift from a foreign country and it's not made in America. So why I thought you're supposed to be making America great again. You should be, all that should be made here, man. And then he said, oh, I'm not even gonna drive it. He said, even when I come out of office, I'm not gonna be doing that. And you know how these politicians are. He's one of the biggest liars we've ever seen in our whole life. He's the inventor of the big lie. When they said something about Biden stealing the election, he had every Republican politician say the same thing to extend that lie. That was the big lie, that Biden actually stole the election. Because in all actuality, every election is stolen because it's all fake. Okay, they're selected, not elected. Okay, there's someone that's in power, man. You're being ruled over by Esau Edom, man. Now, he don't show his actual face. He's probably the Rothschild, but someone within that bloodline that we believe. But it's still Esau. And we think he goes all the way back to Caesar Borgia, who y'all worship today. Okay? That same crime family. The biggest crime family in the whole world. That's who y'all work for, man. The biggest crime family in America. Ishakar just drove by with his landscaping thing, looking at me like I'm crazy, man. But it's the truth. As a matter of fact, I want to get in that article. Lord's will is edifying. But these are the things you should be looking for, because this Bible's about, you know, being kingdom-minded, lordship. So when these kings are making deals like that, you want to evaluate these things, especially if you're trying to be in that position. You want to see, why are they making moves like that? What should you refrain from? And the rule breaker is right here. This is how you become the best of the best. This is how you become like King Solomon. How you doing? Okay, this is how you do it, man. It's all written in this book. This is what this Bible's about, man. It's not about loving everybody. It's about rulership, man. Okay, it's about ruling forever in righteousness, though. Not like this damn devil, man. We just be watching him to see. Nah, we don't want to do that when we get in the kingdom, when we ruling over the people. Okay, we don't want to do that, man. Okay, we want to rule right so the Lord can extend our rulership. We don't want our rulership cut short like Esau's going to have. We don't want to be made an example of how not to rule. No, we want to be an example on how to rule. And the only way you can do that is by keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments. And you got to have the people be in subjection to it too. Because if you ain't ruling right, if you ain't ruling yourself right, you don't got your members in check, you can't rule over anybody else. Okay? As a matter of fact, let's start over there in Ecclesiasticus, 10th chapter. And then I'll grab that article. Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 and 1, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. So you want a well-ordered government, man. You want to be able to foresee, hey, this next step that I take, will it make me great again, or will it make me go backwards? Okay? Is taking this bribe going to help my people out, or is it going to make them worse? Okay? This is the type of thing. This is what it is about being wise. Okay? You want to instruct the people. We grab this in book of Proverbs 29 and 2. It's the book of Proverbs 29 and 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear fruit, the people mourn. And that's what the state that you're in right now. You're in a mourning state because the wicked are in authority. There ain't going to be no protest in the kingdom, man. Not because we're going to rule with such a, well, we are going to rule with an iron fist, but it's not going to be because of that, man. You're going to be treated fairly. There's going to be no need to protest. Any issue that comes up in the kingdom, hey, there's a solution to it, and we're gonna go to use the right solution to it when we're in rulership, when we're ruling. Okay? Let's read that again. Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear fruit, the people mourn. But you're mourning because of injustices. People getting put to death unjustly. They're not being persecuted. Then somebody else gets put to death because of that. We just saw a scenario like that in Cincinnati. When a father's son got killed by a police officer, and there was no justice. So he took it upon himself to go run a police officer over because he thought that, hey, that's right in his mind. But he was wrong, man. He got the wrong person. So now that man's family's hurt. They're going to want to get some get back. They probably got other members in the police force too. So what's that going to do? Next time they deal with one of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they're not going to treat you fairly because of injustice, because of iniquity, okay? But the person who killed his son, after watching the video and gathering all the evidence, he should have got put to death. And then guess what? That ends all of that, okay? There's no more iniquity. That's why righteousness needs to be put in place. Righteous ruler, authority. Not a child ruling over everybody, because when you have children in the position of a man, you're gonna have he's not gonna rule properly. Okay. I just want to look at this word authority in Proverbs 29 and 2, and that's what you got to do, man. You got to look into these words.
Strong's H7235.
Rava. Okay, and it means be or become great, be or become many, be or become much, be or become numerous. To become many, become numerous, multiply. To be or grow great. Okay, that's when the righteous are in authority, to grow great, man. Okay, because you want your kingdom to extend, you want it to continuously grow, right? Well, the righteous have to do that in order, because you need these laws being implemented down here on the earth. That's what justice is. When these laws are not being implemented, that's injustice. Okay? And that's going to get cut off, and we're starting to see the fall of this devil. To make large, enlarge, increase, become many. So this is what the righteous are going to do. It's not going to dwindle away and be destroyed. It's the opposite of this wicked devil, man. But the Lord set him up, the perfect candidate, to bring forth that destruction that this needs that it needs, man. It needs to be destroyed. So the Lord set up the basis of men to destroy it. Okay? Which is Esau Edom, the so-called white man. And my landlord just drove by again, man. He's like, I'm gonna stop by and see you. He thinks I'm a small hat, man. Oh, man. You gonna find out who Esau is, man. Cause I don't give a fuck about that place. I got a lease agreement. I don't own none of this shit, man. You want to come up here and hear your judgment? Come on up, man. Okay. It says, scriptures tell you, cursed be he that holdeth back his sword from blood. Now you ain't got to be all fucking, you gotta use wisdom. But if you want to know about Esau, Edom, and who the real are, who the elect are, hey, come on up, man. Isaiah 34 and 1 tells all these nations to come up and hear their judgment, man. It is what it is. Okay? So that's what it means. To increase greatly or exceedingly, to make great. Exactly. Authority, man. He want to make it great, then you got to set us up, man. Israel needs to be ruling. That's the only way, man. That's the only way anything can be great, is if Israel's in charge of it. Not when Esau's in charge. When Esau's in charge, man, you're gonna be angry. You're gonna hate your life. You're gonna overwork you, underpay you. That's working for an Edomite. No, I'm gonna work. You getting paid at the end of the day according to the scriptures, man. You ain't gotta wait till the end of the week. That's wicked. These are the righteous things that are gonna be put in place. And guess what? You're gonna love it. You're gonna love to be ruled over by Yasharallah, man. I see you, brother. I see you. You're gonna love to be ruled over it, man. Because we're gonna rule over. It's gonna be fair. If someone treats you fairly, man, you're gonna love working for somebody like that, man. You're gonna enjoy it daily. You might even feel like you gonna ever work for a good boss, man. You're like, damn, this dude's, man, I want to invite him over for dinner, man. When the last time you invited your boss over for dinner? You're gonna want Yasharallah to come to your crib, man. Okay, this is what we're talking about. That's what being great is, when your people love you, man. They're not gonna hate you. They're not gonna protest and say anything bad about you. No, they're gonna be willing to fight for you, ready to die for you, for your honor, man. Okay. So, Lakia, let's go back into Ecclesiastes 10:2. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. Yes. So the people, anybody in a position of authority, look at the people that he's in authority over. Look how they act, man. Just look at them. It says a lot about who they're following, man. What type of mindset the leader's in. They're a direct reflection of the leadership. That's why when you see you see this kingdom, what do you see? You see a lot of homosexuals. You see a lot of murders, police violence. You know, political turmoil. Everyone in the office, they talking shit about each other. A lot of division, divide. Nobody's working together. Nobody's working together to get for the benefit of the country. Everyone's working in their own interests. People complaining about wages and inflation, but your politicians, Nancy Pelosi, for example, is worth millions of dollars, man, and her salary doesn't even match how much she has, man. How does she have all this money, man? Inside trade deals. When you go meet people from foreign countries, you develop relationships, and they got interests that they want to be done, and you can manipulate that. That's why you want to have somebody in authority, so they don't take that same route that the wicked do, taking the bribes from these different countries. Okay, that's what the Lord's talking about. Okay, as a matter of fact, I got a precept in Isaiah the 33rd chapter. Isaiah 33 and verse 15. He that walketh righteously and speaketh uprightly, he that despiseth the gain of oppressions, that shaketh his hands from holding of bribes, that stoppeth his ears from hearing of blood, and shutteth his eyes from seeing evil. So you want somebody like that in rulership. He's speaking uprightly. You know, he's stopping his ears from the shedding of blood and evil and shit like that. He don't want to hear that shit, man. You know not to come with him with some wicked ass idea. You're going to get punished for that, man. But the wicked, hey, they know who to go talk that shit to, man. Hey, get that damn fool a big ass $400 million plane before he comes over here, so his fat ass we can fatten him up, man. Make him think we on his side. And they're going to destroy the people. Okay? So this is the type of ruler, somebody we want in authority, man. And what's righteousness, man? What is that? Righteousness is following these laws, man. These in the Bible, okay? You talk about being conservative. I thought this place was established on these principles. Why is it going away from that? Okay? Ain't no one conservative. Israel's the most conservative. I'm conservative, man. I'm conserving Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua in the laws of the Bible, man. The laws that were given unto us. Y'all are progressive because you stopped following the laws. Okay, that's why you're a damn demon. Okay, that's why you backslided. Because you don't have these laws in your mind. You're not meditating on these things, man. You're more worried about shit in this world, man. Okay? That's pretty much it on that. You don't want somebody taking gain of oppression. Okay? 400 million, you could do a lot in the community for that, man. But what is he going to do? I want to pull up the article if I can get through Ecclesiastes 10th chapter real quick. It says, "In what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein." Okay, and what do you see? You see somebody that's greedy. You see someone that's he's not greedy. You know, he's proud, man. Ultimately, that's the spirit. That's the spirit. 144, man. That school bus came by. School bus 144, man. That's beautiful. How you doing, sir? You know? So the ruler of the city is Duck, man. Well, it looks like he is, but that's the type of person that the people are. The people are proud. The people are they're childish. Okay? They accept bribes. Shit, people do anything for money in this society, man. Just like the ruler of the city is. Ecclesiasticus 10:3, "An unwise king destroyeth his people." So if your king's unwise, meaning he's not following these laws, statutes, and commandments, guess what? You ought to be destroyed. And he don't follow these laws. Even though he wrote a book, he got to buy his own Bible out, man. It's blasphemy. I didn't even read it. I don't even know if he just put his name over the KJV or what he did. I never seen the Bible, man. I actually want one of his Bibles to see what he put in it. Maybe he replaced wherever it says Jesus, he probably put Trump there. That's what I would think he would do in that Bible. So y'all can worship him, just like Spirit of Esau, Edom. Just like the Prince of Tyre in Ezekiel the 28th chapter. Okay? That's the type of mindset this devil has, man. He think he can't be touched. But the Lord said he gonna bring him down in the book of Obadiah. So he coming down. Even though he exalts himself as high as the eagle, man, you gonna get taken down. Okay? Ecclesiasticus 10:3, "An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited." The prudence, you gotta foresee the evil, man. Are you foreseeing your destruction, Esau? You can't see how the Lord's got you in a snare. You don't see how your actions are gonna lead to your destruction and the destruction of your whole nation. You don't see it. See, we see it clear as day. That's why we're telling you this. And we're speaking boldly. You got the power to kill, right? You got the power to kill the body, right? So shouldn't people be scared of that? No, because our mindset is not you, because we know according to Psalms, the Lord's controlling you, Esau. That's why we come out here in great boldness. Fear not those who can kill the body, but who can kill both soul and body in hell. He might have Esau just put you halfway to death and have you be a vegetable. I saw somebody with half of his body was cut off. He had a shit bag and a piss bag. So that means he didn't have an ass or a rod, man. The Lord can do that to you and keep you alive. Okay? Hey, I'd rather get put to death than live a life like that, man. So that's why you gotta fear the Lord. He's in control of all these things. I've been talking mad shit about the Pope. Okay, the Vatican got all this damn money. Well, they got a lot of sex allegations too. Hey, this is what the righteous are gonna do no matter what. This is what somebody needs to have in authority. Someone that's gonna speak up against wickedness no matter what, even when the odds are against them. And that's who the Lord is raising up in these last days, man. Men that are gonna stand up against this wicked ass devil, man. No matter what, to the death. Okay? Sirach 10:4, "The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable." And we all know who's the most profitable within the nation of Israel, man. It's Yahweh Shai. And yes, he's an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. So-called black man. All right? So let me grab this article before I forget. It says a super luxury Boeing 747-8 jumbo jet from the royal family of Qatar could be the most valuable gift ever presented to the U.S. from a foreign government. So, wow, he's making records with this gift. I wonder what Qatar needs, man. He's in Saudi Arabia today. I think he pulled up a couple of hours ago, and he's gonna be going to the UAE tomorrow. Okay, so it's a good thing to keep an eye out on him if you're worrying about how to being the king. I thought, shouldn't you be more occupied? Well, he just did some deal with China, like a 90-day cease on these tariffs, so you can have your cheap goods for 90 days. Now you back to sleeping again. You see how we rocking you to sleep? Oh, 145% tariffs. Oh, now it's off for 90 days. Now you like him again. Oh, I hate him again. Now he put 250% tariffs. Oh, he took it off for a week. Oh, I like him again. He's controlling your mind. Okay? But when you read the book of 2nd Ezra 6 and 22, it says, suddenly the storehouses shall be, it'll be roughly paraphrased, ain't shit gonna be in your storehouses, man. You ain't gonna have nothing to eat. Okay? He just brokered a deal with India and Pakistan. So he's doing a lot of things right now. He's going to and fro in the earth, doing all these things, man. You ain't even paying attention to it. You so worried about fucking some stupid shit, man. All right? You should be worried about, what could I do better if I ever had the position? You can't even rebuke the devil until you rebuke yourself, man. You got to make sure, are you even worthy of even accepting the smaller things of what's written in this book? You know, trying to be brotherly and things like that. Because all of that plays a part on how well you're going to rule over your people, man. Or whatever province the Lord got you doing in the kingdom to come. Or if you're just going to have your head down, man. Okay? How you doing, brother? How you doing, man? All right, let me see. So that's the biggest gift ever, man. Let me grab this in the book of Ecclesiastes 7 and 7. Because that's what it is. It's a gift, man. Ecclesiastes 7 and 7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and the gift destroyeth the heart. Yeah, you should be mad, man, if you realize you're being oppressed, you're being treated unjustly. Should you be smiling if someone's robbing you? Oh, thank you. That's what you're doing, man. Being happy in this place, you're void of judgment. You're a reprobate. You don't understand what's going on out here, man. You can't keep the laws that the Most High gave you, and you're happy about that. How silly do you sound? You need to be destroyed. And it says a gift destroyeth the heart. So by him giving you this false sense of comfort, you think everything's all right. Okay? You think, oh, I'm doing a little bit better than my brother over here, so I guess I'm doing all right. Nah, you got to come up out of that mindset, man. Okay? You got to come up out of that, man. Because ultimately it's going to lead to you being destroyed. But a gift destroys the heart whether you're being oppressed or not. Okay? It's called bribery. Now, I don't know where he's being bribed, I'm not in the council, but if I give somebody $400 million a gift, according to Esau's tax, tax laws, it's not counted as income. So imagine you can bypass $400 million worth. It's not even being recorded as taxable income. Okay? So it's better to buy art and statues and shit like that and trade that way so it can avoid being put on paper so he can look like he doesn't pay taxes later on, man. Didn't he tell you he don't pay taxes and he's so smart because of it? Because he's not in captivity like you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? Yeah, so surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. All right, let me get back to this article. Okay. Hold on, should I even show, let me show this fucking jet is big as fuck. Trump gifted luxury plane. It's not even a good picture, but this is it right here. That's the big motherfucker. That's a fucking big ass jet. Oh, Shalom King, Yahabashim Yahushua Barakatah. This is from Isaiah Allah, Idaho. Proverbs 29 and 12. If a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked. That's right, man. If a ruler hearken unto lies, all his servants are wicked. And all what's his name? That means Mark Rubio, Tom Homan. Who else he got? He got a bunch of people around. They're all wicked, man. Proverbs 29:4. The king by judgment establisheth the land, but he that receiveth gifts overthrow it. That's what ultimately that's what's gonna happen to you. He's gonna overthrow this place, man. But in his mind, he think he's making himself richer. He got cryptocurrencies out there. All that shit gonna fall, man. Your dollar's gonna fall. Ultimately, these nuclear missiles are gonna fall on you. Proverbs, that's done. Wisdom of Solomon 6:20 to 21. It says, therefore the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. That's right, man. That's why we should be meditating on these laws to see why these laws need to be established down here on the earth, man. And then compare it to the world that you live in today and how much that would change the things that the way we live today. We don't want our daughters being whores and our sons to be not being men, being women, not taking care of their responsibilities. They weren't raised like that according to the Bible. Look at what happened with Jacob. After he took Esau's blessing, where did his mother send him? To Laban. And what did Laban do? He made him work. He was given a wife, given a handmaid, given cattle, given wealth. Okay, so he can take care of the women that were given to him. Okay, and take care of his household. See, that's what men are supposed to do, take care of their household. But our men are not like that anymore. Now they want to be like the damn women, who are just a bunch of damn fools. Speaking of a damn woman, she's sticking her head out her damn, about to crash the damn car to look at me. That's a beautiful precept. Wisdom of Solomon 6:20. Therefore the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. If your delight be then in thrones and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom that ye may reign forevermore. That's right. That's what King Solomon did, man. As a matter of fact, let me go grab that. That's a beautiful precept. That's a good example of King Solomon's prayer. 1 Kings 8:22. That's a good example of a good king, man. What did he ask for when it came? He wasn't like Donald Duck, man, coming out with his own Bible. Okay? Being proud. No, he trusted in the Lord. He executed judgment. He said, cut that baby in half. Okay? 1 Kings 8:22. And Solomon stood before the altar of the Lord in the presence of all the congregation of Israel. And is this what I'm looking for? Nah, that's a prayer. I'm looking for something else. Not the prayer of Solomon. King Solomon asked for wisdom. That's what I'm looking for. Not his prayer. 1 Kings 3. And 1 Kings, it's a different prayer. Not the benediction though. 1 Kings 3:6. And Solomon said, Thou hast showed unto thy servant David, my father, great mercy, according as he walked before thee in truth, and in righteousness, and in uprightness of heart with thee. And thou hast kept for him this great kindness, that thou hast given him a son to sit on his throne, as it is this day. And now, O Lord Yahweh, my power, thou hast made thy servant king instead of David my father, and I am but a little child. I know not how to go out or come in. And thy servant is in the midst of thy people, which thou hast chosen, a great people, that cannot be numbered nor counted for multitude. Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this thy so great a people? See, so he asked a understanding heart, man. Okay, and we'll see what the Most High said. It says in the speech, please the Lord, that Solomon had asked this thing. So it pleased the Lord to ask for understanding. These are the things that we should ask for down here on the earth. Okay, the same thing he asked for, this is what we're asking for. Okay. And the Most High said unto him, because thou hast asked this thing, and hast not asked for thyself long life, neither has asked riches for thyself, nor has asked the life of thine enemies, but has asked for thyself understanding to discern judgment. And that's what your people need, judgment, okay? It needs to be executed. It tells you in Matthew, because iniquity abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So the more injustice that's going on, and he's already implementing laws so that these police, they're already knocking you out, jumping out on you and throwing you in cars, going into your court, grabbing you during trial. They're not even following their own laws. So that's more injustice. Well, that's going to get people to wax colder and colder. There was a situation here in Massachusetts in Worcester. Some lady with a baby, I guess they was trying to lock her up or something like that, man. Everyone in the community started coming up against the police. So that's the type of environment that we're living in. All of that's going to increase to the point where they're going to have masks on, full armor, riot armor, and they're going to be fucking y'all up, man. They're not going to be asking you to move anymore. Okay? How you doing, man? All in my mouth, man. Why don't you pull over and learn something today? Damn fool. Okay? 1 Kings 3:12. Behold, I have done according to thy words. Lo, I have given thee a wise and an understanding heart, so that there was none like thee before thee, neither after thee shall any arise like unto thee. And I have also given thee that which thou hast not asked, both riches and honor, so that there shall not be any among the kings like unto thee all thy days. Exactly. So ain't gonna be no one like you. Having that relationship with Yahweh Shibbi Awashai, where you're well pleasing in the sight of the Lord. Hey man, that's where we want to be. Okay. 1 Kings chapter 3 and verse 14. And if thou wilt walk in my ways to keep my statutes and my commandments, as thy father David did walk, then I will lengthen thy days. So that's being great. If he lengthens the days of your kingdom, it's going to be a great kingdom. Right? 1 Kings chapter 3. Getting some bug outs over here. 1 Kings chapter 3. In verse 15, and Solomon awoke, and behold, it was a dream. And he came to Jerusalem and stood before the ark of the covenant of the Lord, and offered up burnt offerings and offered peace offerings and made a feast to all his servants. So he was thankful for that. Okay? Proverbs 17 and 15, it says, he that justifieth the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they both are an abomination to the Lord. That's right, man. You wanna justify the wicked. Okay, as a matter of fact, Pope Leo the 14th, he being accused of sexual allegations, man. Not him himself, but covering it up. Nothing. Okay? Even they both are an abomination to the Lord. Yeah, you condemning the just, man. Okay? When you're not executing righteous judgment. When you're not following what the law says to do in these certain situations. That's you justifying the wicked. You letting murderers live, you housing them and feeding them. Nah, they put their ass to death. Okay? Or there's going to be more injustices going around. It's the book of Proverbs 28 and 4. They that forsake the law praise the wicked, but such as keep the law contend with them. That's right. That's why we contended with you. Okay? Because we trying to keep these laws, man. That's beautiful. Okay? Salakia, I just missed, where's that precept? 29:14. 28 and 4. They that forsake the law praise the wicked. That's what you're doing, man. You forsake the law. He don't even read the Bible, man. I don't understand it. You got a pope that don't read the Bible? What kind of person is this? He's supposed to be leading the sheep back to the Father. He's supposed to be a representation of Yahweh Shai down here on the earth, and he's not. Proverbs 29 and 14, the king that faithfully judgeth the poor, his throne shall be established forever. That's right, man. You got to faithfully judge the poor, man. And your kingdom's going to be established forever. Okay? I got a bug out over there, man. She icing me over there. And it's true, man. You got to judge the poor, man. You got to make sure, you got to take care of the poor, the fatherless, the people that no one cares about. What does Esau do with them? He sex traffics them. Okay, Isaiah, Idaho, Psalm 51:1, a Psalm of David. Lord, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill? Yeah, we want to know. We want to know who the elect is, man. We definitely want to know, man. Who's going to dwell there? He over here trying to make America great again. This place is going to be destroyed. This place is going to be done, man. We trying to go back to Jerusalem, to the east. That's where we're from. That's why we can't really assimilate into this wickedness, man. You got to be a full-blown giving over to all types of wickedness. The deeper than homosexuality, you got to drink blood. Okay, you got to eat a baby to be successful in this place, man. We don't want to be successful in this place. There's a certain point where Jake's like, man, nah, that's too far, man. That's too far. I can't go that deep, man. As there was one rapper, there's this underground rap organization. I forgot the name of it. I forgot the name of the rapper. He's the rapper that would Remy Ma. He's the one who exposed Remy Ma for fucking with that other rapper dude. I forgot that dude's name, but it was there was some shit that they said that he even took a deal on some underground rap shit. Those dudes be getting like 100,000 for a damn rap battle underground. That's crazy. He saw us all up in that shit, man. And they said one of the things he's doing is drinking goat blood, man. Fucking crazy. You know how the brothers just did a video of some politician. He was drinking horse semen, man. Just to be a politician. Hey, man, just fucking suffer. Just suffer, man. Is it that hard to suffer? The Lord did it. Look how honorable he is, man. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 15, and verse 2. He that walketh uprightly and worketh righteousness and speaketh the truth in his heart. That's right. That's who's gonna make it, man. The truth gotta be in your heart, which is your mind, man. Okay? You gotta meditate on these things. You gotta get this word in you, not on you, man. Okay? Like these fake ass Christians that are out here who don't even serve the Lord. They're wicked as fuck. Proverbs 24:3, who shall ascend into the hill of the Lord? Yahweh. Or who shall stand in his holy place? Yeah, who's going to be there? We're going to find out. We're going to find out. Proverbs, Psalms, I hope I said Psalms before. Psalms 24:4, he that have clean hands and a pure heart, who have not lifted up his soul unto vanity, nor sworn deceitfully. Woo, that's right, man. Swearing deceitfully, man. You got to have clean hands. Ultimately, that's the elect. Okay? Because then who determines if you have clean hands, man? It's up to the Lord. Okay? And we don't know who the elect is, man. Lord's will be a part of that number. Psalms 24:5, he shall receive the blessing from the Lord and righteousness from the heavenly Father of his salvation. That's right. That's who's going to do it. You need something to clean? Psalms 119:36, incline my heart unto thy testimonies and not to covetousness. And that's another thing. The ruler of the people, coveting things, man. You see somebody else, you know, he might have a nice truck or something, and you're like, damn, I want to get that truck. I want a house. I want to live in the suburbs. That's covetousness, man. And he's constantly doing it. That's why he'll get the most base people out of your people, deck them out with gold and make them an idol. And then you covet that. You envy that. Okay? You lust over that, man. You're like, damn, this motherfucker ain't shit. And look at him, man. He's doing better than me. Esau understands this. He's mixing up those spirits so he can get you to sin. Get you to do something stupid for a little bit, a little comfort like him. He trying to set up the basis of men in your community. He think he the Lord. He trying to set up the basis of men. Psalms 119:37. Turn away my eyes from beholding vanity and quicken thou me in thy way. That's right. Quicken means to be made alive. In the way of what? Righteousness, man. These laws. Okay, this is what we need in our inward parts, man. Ultimately, that's going to come from Yahweh Shai. Psalms 119:38. Establish thy word unto thy servant who is devoted to thy fear. That's right. Devoted to thy fear, man. Not putting fear with misplacing fear, man. That can get you out of here, too. You think Esau got the power to kill. He does, but he gets the authorization from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. This order down here on the earth. Psalms 94:16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers, and who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? That's right. Who's gonna do it? Just like what do you call it? What's his damn name? The Levi, man. Putting y'all to death for dancing around a damn calf. That's what y'all doing now. Y'all still dancing, playing, fooling around like the Edomites. Meanwhile, Yahweh Shah's on his way to return. This time, unlike Moses dropping the stones, he's gonna put y'all to death. All right? But let me grab this, going back to taking these gifts, man. Job 15 and verse 34. For the congregation of hypocrites shall be desolate, and the fire shall consume the tabernacles of bribery. So the hypocrite, your shit gonna be desolate, man. The hypocrite's an actor. Esau is an actor, man. He literally is an actor. Donald Duck is an actor. J.D. Vance is an actor. Vladimir Zelensky, they're actors. They're literally actors. And hypocritically, they're actors because they act like they follow these laws and they don't. Okay, it's all a show. And fire shall consume the tabernacles of bribery, the house of bribery, man. Y'all take a bribe. You taking gifts, that's him. Okay? And fire's going to consume him. Ultimately, those thermonuclear missiles that are coming soon, man. As a matter of fact, let me grab this in the book of Sirach, chapter 40, and verse number 12. So you don't, as a king, you don't want to be accepting gifts from these different, I mean, King Solomon was giving gifts all the time. But when you're taking a gift in bribery, that's not good. It can pervert your judgment, man. That's what I'm trying to get into here. Sirach, chapter 40, in verse 12. All bribery and injustice shall be blotted out, but true dealing shall endure forever. So it's better, true dealing shall endure forever. Okay, but taking bribery and injustice, that shit ain't gonna last forever, man. The Lord's gonna fight for the poor, the fatherless, the widows. That's who he's fighting for. You weren't able to take care of them. He didn't put you in place to just perpetually be a demon to everybody. He put you in place ultimately to be destroyed, according to Proverbs 16:4. That's your lot, man. Okay? You damn devil, man. This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 8. Same thing that happened with Eli and his sons. And what did the Lord do to him? And this is his own people. What are you going to do to you, Esau? We got plenty of examples of people who weren't doing the Lord's will. Psalms 8:1, and it came to pass when Samuel was old that he made his sons judges over Israel. Okay? Now the name of his firstborn was Joel, and the name of his second Abiah. They were judges in Beersheba. And his sons walked not in his ways, but turned aside after lucre and took bribes and perverted judgment. Salakia. So that's not even Eli. That's Samuel's sons doing that, man. They went after lucre. They went after money, and they perverted judgment, just like Esau. Okay. Then all the elders of Israel gathered themselves together and came to Samuel unto Ramah and said unto him, Behold, thou art old, and thy sons walk not in thy ways. Now make us a king to judge us like all the nations. So look what it does. They didn't even want them to rule over them. Okay, just like they were mourning. They didn't want y'all, just like y'all don't want this dude to rule over you. Okay? And it also shows you that just because you in this truth don't mean everyone that's comes from your loins gonna be in this truth, man. Okay? Where do I want to go? I wanted to go to Job. That was Job 15:34. I forgot the precept I wanted, man. But that's pretty much it, man. You don't want to be taking bribes, man. Exodus 23:8, and thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blinded the wise and perverted the words of the righteous. Exactly, take a gift, man. You ain't gonna speak about the evil things that are going on in that area, man. But who the hell knows what the hell's going on in Qatar? They got mad money over there. $400 million, man. You know what you could do with $400 million? You know how many people are homeless just here in the city of Lynn? That could be used for better resources, but he getting private jet planes gifted to him. Air Force Ones. That's what it is. They call it, wherever the president, any plane that the president's on is called the Air Force One. It says for President Donald Duck, accepting a free Air Force One replacement from Qatar is a no-brainer. This is what he said. He said, I would never be one to turn down that kind of an offer, the Republican told reporters on Monday. I could be a stupid person to say no. We don't want a free, very expensive airplane, so he's a fool, man. He's a damn fool. No, we don't want a very free and expensive airplane. That's the same thing that happened with that, there was some type of pastor, I forgot his name. He bought a private jet himself. Esau covers that type of shit, man. He said the price was so cheap, I just had to buy it. Looking like a damn demon, man. And here it is, your president's doing the same damn thing, man. Same thing. What else he said? He said critics of the plan worry that the move threatens to turn a global symbol of American power into an airborne collection of ethical, legal, security, and counterintelligence concerns. Of course, man. Counterintelligence concerns. I would think that someone gift me a plane. Why would I go in there? And it's a Boeing. Are you a fool? You don't hear what's going out and with these Boeing planes, man, crashing all the time? Come on, man. They gifted him destruction. He said he ain't gonna ride it. You better not ride that shit or you up out of here. It will go great. It said it will go directly to... No, I skipped something. It says, this is unprecedented, said Jessica Levinson, a constitutional law expert at Loyola Law School. We just haven't tested these boundaries before. Trump tried to tamp down some of the opposition by saying he wouldn't fly around in the gifted Boeing 747 when his terms ends. Instead, he said the $400 million plane would be donated to a future presidential library, similar to how the Boeing 707 used by President Ronald Reagan was commissioned and put on display as a museum piece. So it's just foolishness, man. It's fool. You're gonna put $400 million on and gift it. It's all foolishness, man. He gonna gift it to somebody else, and that's just transferring money. That's what they do with art. That's what they do with gifts. They know how to move around money right in front of your face, man. That's probably a huge, he probably did something else, man. They gifted him $400 million, but he probably gonna have some shit. You know, you gotta keep an eye on these things, man. Because we know a gift destroys the heart. We're gonna see what he's doing. You see what's going on with China. China got all different type of real estate around your military bases. So at any moment, this shit could get turned upside down. This place is fragile, man. It's just being held by a thin line, man, by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, because he wants this word to keep going out so we can seal his elect. Okay? Hey, it's 4:14. What time is it? We got a couple more. Okay? And that's what's going on out here, brothers. So you want to have that kingdom mindset if you can. This is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 15, verse 19. There is a league between me and thee, and between my father and thy father. Behold, I have sent unto thee a present of silver and gold. Come and break that league with Baasha, king of Israel, that he may depart from me. Exactly. So you go into that account. The king of Judah was trying to tell the king of Assyria, Ben-Hadad, hey, break that league that you got with the king of Israel, man. He's pretty much setting him up, man. He's trying to set up the king of Israel. The king of Judah is trying to set up the king of Israel, man. And how did he do that? With silver and gold, trying to buy him a gift to overthrow his rival. Okay? 2 Kings 16 and 8. And Ahaz took the silver and gold that was found in the house of the Lord and in the treasures of the king's house and sent it for a present to the king of Assyria. So here it is, you have another king taking the gold out of the Lord's house to pay the king of Assyria, man. Showing you how much he cares about the Lord. That's the type of mind. This is the same thing a king would do, a wicked king would do with your people's resources, man. Taking it out of the house of the treasury, or using money for illegal means, or using it in a way that it ain't benefiting the people. Okay, for his own interests. Okay, instead of trusting in the Lord. This devil don't trust in the Lord. Okay? He don't even know the Lord. Because if he did have the fear of the Lord, he wouldn't be saying the shit that and he wouldn't be treating the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans the way that he's treating them. Daniel chapter 7 and verse 20, and of the 10 horns that were in his head, and of the other which came up, and before whom 3 fell, even of that horn that had eyes and a mouth that speak very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. And that's talking about America, man. His look is more stout than his fellows. He's the most proud. Okay? He's pride, man. He's proud. Okay, but that all that pride is gonna come back on him. All these deals, they're gonna turn on him. And they're gonna shoot nukes on him. Every nation that bends the bow. Revelation 17 and 15. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. So they're gonna burn the whore with fire, man. That whore is talking about America. Okay? She's gonna get burnt with fire for all the wickedness that she's committed down here on the earth. Okay? And it's all coming up, it's being done right in front of your eyes. You just gotta pay attention. You gotta see the signs. You gotta watch as well as pray. Let me grab that in Mark 13. That's what we should be doing right now, man. But also learning and seeing why the Lord's treasures, man. Revelation. Mark 13 and verse 33. Take ye heed, watch and pray, for ye know not when the time is. Yeah, you don't know when Yahweh Shai is going to return, but we see the tokens that we're getting closer to the end. For the Son of Man is as a man taking a far journey, who left his house and gave authority to his servants and to every man his work, and commanded the porter to watch. And that's what we're doing. We're watching. Watch ye therefore, for ye know not when the master of the house cometh, at even or at midnight, or at the cock crowing, or in the morning, lest coming suddenly he find you sleeping. And what I say unto you, I say unto all, watch. Yeah, you gotta watch, man. Watching the news, comparing it with scripture, but you gotta understand the Bible. Okay? Storing up your riches. Okay? Where is that? You know, it's the book of Romans. I think it's 11, but I can't find it. I can't find it. It's talking about the Lord's treasures in Romans, the 11th chapter. KJV, Romans 11. Romans 11 and 33, is that it? Yep. So this is the Lord's riches. Romans 11 and 33, oh, the depth of the riches, both of the wisdom and knowledge of the Heavenly Father. How unsearchable are his judgments and his ways past finding out. Exactly, how unsearchable are his judgments and his ways past finding out. Okay? That's what you, and ultimately you gotta, this is what you need. This is the treasure you want to be stacking up, man. Okay? Romans 11 and 35, or who have first given to him, and it shall be recompense unto him again, for of him and through him and to him are all things, to whom be glory forever. Amen. Exactly, man. All these things, and you got to ask the Lord for it. And hopefully he'll increase us in these last days. It's the book of Job, chapter 11 and verse 7. It says, canst thou by searching find out the Heavenly Father? Canst thou find out the Almighty unto perfection? Yeah, can you? You know more than what the Lord knows? You don't. He's all knowing. He got it. He got all the information. We grab this in the book of Psalms. So this is what we should be asking the Lord for, man. Psalms 36:6, thy righteousness is like the great mountains. Thy judgments are a great deep. O Lord, thou preservest man and beast. How excellent is thy loving kindness, O power. Therefore, the children of men put their trust under the shadow of thy wings. Exactly, man. That's what you want to be doing. You can trust in this. You can trust in this knowledge. Okay? It says his wisdom is like silver purified 7 times in the furnace. Am I saying that right? It's like silver. Let me see if I grab it. Psalms 12:6. It says, the words of the Lord Yahweh are pure words, as silver tried in a furnace of earth, purified 7 times. So that's how they're purified 7 times, man. No impurities in it, meaning this is true, man. This is as pure of the truth as you're ever gonna get, man. It's right here in this Bible. Everything is a watered down version. The truth is, if it's not coming from straight out of the Bible, man, it's watered down, or it's ultimately it's a lie. Okay, so this is where you get the truth from. This is where you get that water from. This is that cistern you got to drink from. Proverbs chapter 15. Is it 15? Oh, it might be 5. It's a lot. Proverbs chapter 5, verse 15. Drink waters out of thine own cistern, and running waters out of thy own well. Exactly. So this is where your own well is. It's the Holy Bible. Holy means to be separated. The children of Israel, y'all are holy unto the Lord. And this is where the cistern is. This is where the water is in the Bible. Okay, but you need teachers. And there's plenty of them, from the Great Millstone and the affiliate brothers on down. Okay, we drinking out of our own cistern, and you can grab a cup if need be. And that's what ultimately that's what you should be doing. Filling up your cup, because there's gonna be a time where, hey, no man can teach anymore, man. You ain't gonna have time to be getting in this word anymore. Psalms 23 in verse 5, thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Exactly, my cup's running over, man. Okay, this table is what we're doing right here, where this is a feast. But we eat wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay? You need to fill yourself up with that. Because the day is going to come where there's going to be a great famine of the word. Okay? And the feast is over. And you're going to have whatever you ate during this grace period. Okay? Amos chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. Exactly, and that's what's going on. Not of water, not of bread, but of hearing the words of the Lord. Okay? You ain't gonna hear it anymore. Okay? Grab this in book of 1 Samuel chapter 3. First Samuel chapter 3. And 1, it says, and the child Samuel ministered unto the Lord before Eli, and the word of the Lord was precious in those days. There was no open vision. And that's what's going to happen again. The word of the Lord is going to be precious again. Okay? And only the ones who've been actually studying and diligently seeking the Lord, man, the more you diligently seek the Lord, the more he reveals things unto you. And you don't know what he's going to reveal unto you, man. You got to go out and do the work. Do what he told you to do. Go out on these highways and hedges, like he said, man. I didn't even want to come out today, but you know what? I love going out when I don't want to go out. Okay? Because that's when I feel like I can be the most edifying. Because ultimately, hey, I'm just eating, man. I'm just eating. Okay? Here to teach myself, man. I'm not here to teach anybody. That's how I look at it. Psalm 74. And Verse 9, we see not our signs. There is no more any prophet, neither is there among us any that knoweth how long. Exactly, you ain't gonna know what the hell's going on. You ain't gonna know when is the Lord coming. You ain't gonna know, man. Okay? You just ain't gonna know. Psalm 74:10, O power, how long shall the adversary reproach? Shall the enemy blaspheme thy name forever? Why withdrawest thou thy hand, even thy right hand? Pluck it out of thy bosom. Exactly, man. Pluck it out of your bosom. Send Yahweh Shai. We want to get up out of here. But guess what? He will. He will, man. He's going to. Okay? He's going to. Lamentations chapter 2. And 3, it says, he that have cut off in his fierce anger all the horn of Israel. A horn, it means power. He hath drawn back his right hand from before the enemy. And he burned against Jacob like a flaming fire, which devoureth round about. Yeah, he fucked us up, man. Okay, but now we asking him to pluck out his right hand out of his bosom and come save us out of this time that we're in. Okay? Lamentations 1:21. They have heard that I sigh. There is none to comfort me. All my enemies have heard of my trouble. They are glad that thou hast done it. Thou wilt bring the day that thou hast called, and they shall be like unto me. Yeah, you're going to be like unto us, man. Low, confused, not knowing shit, man. What the fuck? How did we get to this point, man? That's going to be your confusion. Let all their wickedness come before thee, and do unto them as thou hast done unto me. For all my transgressions, for my sighs are many, and my heart is faint. And that's what's going to happen to you, Esau. Our sighs are many, and our heart is faint. What's going to happen to you? Lamentations 4:21. I'm going to end it right here. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. Exactly. So you're going to be discovered, Esau. All right? But I'm going to end it right there. Lord's will, that was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rechak Wadash. Shalom, Abba Babal, Kwam Yashua.